First, let's talk about this Jared Goff extension. So, Lions signed Jared Goff to a $212 million extension, 4 years. So divide that by 212 by four. That's how much he's getting a year. 170 of that is guaranteed. It makes him the highest paid player in Lions history. Now, there's a lot of very, very, I don't know how else to put it, uh, while still being charitable. Uh, Very foolish. Okay, we're gonna use some softer language. This is character development. Okay, very foolish people who are saying this is too much, that we overpaid. Goff isn't that good. We're never gonna win with him, and he doesn't deserve it. Let me just paint you a picture. Past couple seasons, the Lions have had a top offense in the league, not just in rushing, in passing as well. Jared Goff has also had plenty of clutch late game heroics. I mean, we saw it this past year against the Bears. We saw it really against the in the playoffs against the Rams, where he had that final drive where all he needed was a first down, and he got it. He iced the game there. And then after that, obviously the back and forth of the Bucks game, and if Josh Reynolds catches a couple of footballs, we could be talking about the Lions playing or winning the Super Bowl last year. Like, I think the problem is, and Jared Goff is sort of, I think, short of him winning a Super Bowl with the Lions, I think he's always going to be seen as this bust, right? Like as this, this guy who was rejected by the Rams, brought him to the Super Bowl, had an awful game against the Patriots where he couldn't score. He couldn't score at all. And then obviously he kind of regresses. He doesn't ever get them back. They trade him away for Stafford, and what do you know? The Rams go and they win the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the Lions have a terrible year with Goff under the helm, and you just think, okay, it's over. But then last year, the year before that, I should say, he leads the Lions to a winning record, first winning record since 2017. Top of the line offense with this new guy named Ben Johnson as the offensive coordinator. And then last year, best season ever as for the Detroit Lions, taking them to the NFC Championship game, 2 playoff wins in a single season, most in franchise history, which is actually terrifying to say. And again, Pro Bowl numbers. He wasn't a Pro Bowler this year, even though I think he absolutely should have been. He was a Pro Bowler last year for the Lions. I want to say no, he wasn't a substitute. Maybe he was a substitute Pro Bowler this year, but either way, I mean, like, even if you don't want to, like, Pro Bowl is basically a popularity contest. You know, he has been the leader of one of the best offenses in football. Full stop. Full stop. Is he Patrick Mahomes? No. Is he Joe Burrow? No. Is he Josh Allen? No. No, he's not. But what is he? He's consistent. He'll give you he will give you above average quarterback play. You know, great to good to great, and then your occasional, bad game. Which I think the thing is, when Jared Goff has a bad game, it's as if this is indicative of who he is. The Lions haven't lost back to back games in 2 years. Like, like, if we were talking about Dak Prescott, if we were talking about even Kirk Cousins doing something like that, which I actually don't know. I'm almost certain they have not. But if they did, obviously people will be talking about, oh, I love this guy, top 10 easily. Like, Jared Goff is better than both those guys. Like, in any statistical measurement, if you look, he's consistently higher than both of those guys. And don't tell me that you wouldn't want Jared Goff as your quarterback over Dak Prescott. I'm sorry. Playoff choker. Can't do it. Can't do it. He would yeah, he can run around. Don't care. Jared Goff is the better quarterback. Don't cry, Cowboys fans. You know that it's true. We all know that it's true. I mean, he was look at just a couple of stats here on this ESPN article. He was second in passing yards over the past 2 seasons. He was third for passing touchdowns in the past 2 seasons. He was second in touchdown to interception ratio. He was fourth in touchdown percentage. Pay him. Like that's what happens. And to the Lions fans saying it's too much, look, it's cost of doing business. You don't have if you don't have a quarterback in the NFL, you can't win. Full stop. End of story. Amen. Period. That's it. You can't win. And you have your guy. He wants to be here. He's got his number one target in Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's got his number two target in Sam Laporta. He's probably going to have his deep ball threat / his, speedster threat in JMO next year once he's going to be ready to go. I really think that he could have a breakout season. He's got his elite run game in Gibbs and Montgomery. He's got his elite O-line. His defense, the secondary had a massive improvement. And the defense itself had a massive improvement overall. Like, this very well could be the Super Bowl that Jared Goff has been dying to get to. Like, I do think that this is a team that could go to the Super Bowl, and frankly, might be the favorites. But to a lot of people, they still think of Jared Goff as the guy who, I don't know, like, who didn't look like he was even playing in the Super Bowl back on the Rams. So, some people are never going to get over it. I think we signed a guy entering his prime, entering into his 30s. These are some of the best years you're going to get for your quarterback. And yeah, I think it's great. Like I'm sorry I don't have that much more to add, but it's just a great deal. You've signed the core of your offense: Sewell, Goff, and St. Brown. Everybody else, like, I might like a lot of these guys. They might not necessarily be long-term signings. Maybe, probably Laporta, and then barring how good JMO is, maybe. The point is, obviously, you're not going to be able to pay everything. But you had to pay Goff. You had to. You don't want to be the Atlanta Falcons where you don't know who your quarterback is, and you're paying Kirk Cousins, and you're just drafting Michael Penix, and you're sitting around, not knowing what to do. Or you don't want to be the Broncos, who didn't have a quarterback and may not still have a quarterback, or the Steelers, or any of these teams. They're constantly getting new quarterbacks. The Saints. Oh gosh, you don't want to be the Saints. In no way do you want to be the Saints. Short of Super Bowl titles, you don't want to be the Saints in basically anything. Hey there, what you just watched was actually a clip from a larger show that we do every Tuesday night. What are you doing Tuesday night? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button so that you don't miss out on any more of our weekly shows every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there.